America is a modern place and it's alive and well today. And in order to see it for what it really is, you have to kind of abandon every notion you thought you had of it. Forget about the old Western movies and the tropes and stereotypes that you were absorbing as you grew up, and just come to Indian country with fresh eyes and fresh ears. I've had some weird interactions centered around my identity. I think it's probably because I'm light-skinned and blue-eyed and damn near blonde-headed. But like, I've been in places where the offhanded comment is just like, oh, you don't look how I expected a citizen of a tribe to look. I did a podcast that was called Pretendians.
Hello, I'm Angel Ellis, a writer and a citizen of the Muskogee Creek Nation located in Oklahoma.
We interviewed a person on our podcast who kind of cleared this up for me. Like, I was having a hard time imagining a world where people who pretend to be Native scoop up a lot of resources and how horrible that is. Because it's shit, right? Like, imagine a person using some distant connection to get a cush job or something like that. It's super aggravating.
My Lakota name is Standing Buffalo Woman, and in Lakota it is Tatanka Nawaji Wiyong. And my tribal affiliation is the Oglala Lakota tribe of Pine Ridge, South Dakota. I've counted maybe what you would call pretendians on different levels. So there's the kind of interpersonal where if you tell someone you're Native, a lot of times you will have where non-natives would say, oh yeah, well, I'm Native too because I have a great Cherokee grandma. And so that, I would say, could be considered a form of pretendianism, because you're kind of basing your Native identity on this kind of myth that you kind of have no proof of. It's like a family legend. So this is what kind of happened with Elizabeth Warren. She claimed that she was of Cherokee ancestry. It turned out that they looked at the Dawes roll. If you can identify a family member on the Dawes roll, that's one of the citizenship requirements for the Cherokee. And so people found out that she had no family on the Dawes roll. So it was very quickly found out that she was claiming a false Native identity. So you have to enroll. The blood quantum requirement, it's dependent upon the tribe. So you have to meet a certain level of blood quantum for my tribe to enroll. So when I enrolled, I received my tribal ID card. And on the tribal ID card, there is like a tribal ID number. And so with that number, you're more able to get access to federal benefits. So like Indian Health Services, things like what they call the Cobell Scholarship, which is a federal scholarship for Native college students. In order to get access for that, you need your tribal ID number. The more prevalent case of pretendianism is, unfortunately, you see in higher education a lot. I feel like once a year or so, there's a big New York Times article that comes out about, oh, so-and-so was claiming that they were Native. It turns out they actually weren't.
I don't think pretendian has much at all to do with looks. And I don't use the word a lot, but I have seen it used appropriately, where there are people who are not enrolled, who have no family lineage, have no tribal status, but still insist on using tribal identity as a way to validate their work. And that's problematic. But as far as how somebody looks, that's not for me anywhere near that criterion. There are people who have done this, especially in academia and political circles. It's basically theft from our community. If you don't belong to our community and yet you claim to be from our community so you can build yourself up, you are literally taking the place of someone else who does have legitimate heritage in relationship to the community. And so you can't really build yourself up on theft and be a moral leader